Episode 4, Charles Darwin on Finder, Survival of the Hottest on Slightly Deceased podcast. Chapter 1, Darwin discovers modern mating rituals.
All right, Charles, welcome to the 21st century's greatest experiment in natural selection, online dating.
Darwin frowning.
It appears less natural and more curated. Why does every profile feature a beach, a dog, or a plate of food? Are these the modern mating displays? In the Galapagos, it was the peacock's tail or the tortoise's shell that signaled vitality. Now it seems to be latte art and hiking photos. I fear for the gene pool.
It is called branding. Humans now package themselves like low-yield investment portfolios.
Fascinating. So courtship is no longer initiated through conversation or shared interest, but rather through mutual swiping based on staged images. In my day, it took weeks of correspondence and a strong jawline to secure a partner. Now, one simply taps right with their thumb. Nature has been replaced by convenience.
Exactly. Love at first algorithm.
She lists yoga, crypto, and moon circles as her interests. Is that a form of ritualistic bonding? In Victorian England, we had poetry readings and social dances. This feels both more vague and somehow more demanding.
It is a tax write-off in you, bud.
And why must I indicate if I like pineapple on pizza? Is this a reproductive filter or a dietary challenge?
Both.
This one says, looking for a king to build an empire with. Ah, polygamy through emojis. Remarkable. It used to take years of warfare and royal lineage to build an empire. Now apparently all you need is an Instagram aesthetic and strong thumbs.
Swipe left. Immediately.
How curious. In my time, one had to publish a book to be controversial. Now one simply posts a mirror selfie with a misattributed quote. Society has adapted, yes, but in ways that challenge even my broadest theories.
So what would your Finder bio say, Charles?
Naturalist. Beagle passenger. Collector of beetles and bad decisions. Looking for a mate with strong genes and stronger tea. That should filter the weak ones.
And how do you feel about these dating apps replacing traditional matchmaking?
It's evolution under capitalism, isn't it? The fittest now are not those most adaptable to change, but those most adaptable to filters. I fear the strongest swimmer may be left ashore because he didn't smile in a photo.
Oops, wrong app, Charles. That's Grindr.
Good heavens! Is that a mating app for gladiators? These messages are astonishingly forward. I must respond with accurate binomial nomenclature.
You are about to start a new kind of taxonomy.
Okay, let me switch it back to Finder.
Suddenly, a shimmering hologram materializes in the air above the table. Dating app CEO beaming.
Hi, Charles. I'm the founder of Love IQ, the first quantum dating platform that uses chakra alignment and coffee preferences to find your soulmate.
Darwin blinking.
So courtship is now determined by caffeine and crystals. I spent decades studying finch beaks. You spend milliseconds triangulating moon phases and oat milk allergies.
It is disruptive.
It is deranged.
Chapter 2, Survival of the Hottest.
All right, Charles. Now that you've swiped through enough beach yoga selfies to map the modern mating landscape, let's talk about what really gets people matched today.
From what I gather, fitness now refers less to one's genetic viability and more to abdominal visibility. Is it common here to mate based purely on torso tone and curated lighting?
Yes, six-pack abs are more influential than 6 published papers.
In my day, a well-penned letter and good posture was enough. Now it seems a thirst trap is the new courtship display. We've replaced sincerity with strategy. Every swipe is a performance, a dance of the algorithm.
Speaking of algorithms, these apps use AI to determine your match potential.
A machine is playing Cupid. But love romantic compatibility, it is too complex to reduce to. Digital horoscopes and synchronized Spotify playlists.
And yet, here we are.
The algorithm favors symmetry and repetition. If you deviate if your nose is prominent or your hobby is collecting moths, you're cast aside. This is not natural selection. It's aesthetic fascism.
What would you say is the modern evolutionary trait? What do people actually select for?
Ah, the irony. It used to be about survival resilience, fertility, wit. Now, it appears to be clout, emojis, and the ability to appear spontaneous while planning every selfie down to the last pixel.
It is a market. The more desirable your image, the higher your swipe to match conversion rate.
So love has become a KPI.
Some people now date entirely through apps and never meet in person for weeks. Thoughts?
Nature did not intend for romance to happen via push notification. How can one detect pheromones through a touchscreen? One cannot gauge kindness from a filtered photo. We have created a simulation of love, but I fear we've forgotten its texture.
Suddenly, the Wi-Fi in the cafe cuts out. Darwin's app freezes, then glitches.
Uh-oh, looks like the algorithm crashed.
All profiles have matched to Darwin, including mine and that dog.
This feels less like selection and more like a stampede.
Charles, what do you make of ghosting? You match, you chat, and then suddenly nothing.
Ah yes, behavioral vanishing. In the natural world, this is akin to a predator camouflaging itself from prey. But in this ecosystem, it seems the goal is to disappear just after establishing a bond. An evolutionary dead end, emotionally speaking.
A perfect metaphor for modern commitment.
Would Darwin swipe right on someone with a no-drama tagline in their bio?
Absolutely not. Averse to drama. Then you clearly lack the stamina for natural selection. Drama is the crucible in which real bonds are forged. Anyone unwilling to navigate complexity is simply unfit.
Chapter 3. The Algorithm of Love.
All right, Darwin, final question. Can love be optimized?
Darwin leaning back slowly.
Love is not a puzzle to be solved. It is a chaotic, inconvenient miracle. When we try to streamline it with swipes and stats, we remove the very struggle that gives it meaning. Nature never promised efficiency, only variation. And that is where connection lives.
As Darwin speaks, the cafe's Wi-Fi flickers. Suddenly, every dating app crashes and restarts, and in the glitch, matches everyone in the cafe with Charles Darwin.
Wait, why is Darwin in my Hinge feed?
Man in tech vest.
Dude, same. He just matched with my girlfriend and my mom.
Dog owner checking app.
I think my dog matched with him. He's wagging more than usual.
Darwin alarmed, sweating.
This feels less like selective mating and more like a stampede of interest. The last time I was this overwhelmed, I was dissecting 48 species of beetle in one afternoon. And at least they weren't asking to grab drinks.
Just as Darwin composes himself, a man dressed head to toe as an eggplant barges into the cafe.
Hey guys, I'm launching a new dating app pun-based profiles only. It's called Swipe Punishment. No photos, just wordplay.
German Economist finally perking up.
Ah, finally, an app with integrity.
I find myself strangely intrigued. After all, a double entendre is the mating call of the literate. My wordplay is positively evolved.
Guys, Charles Darwin is trending.
No way, is it the bio?
Yes, collector of beetles and bad decisions. It has 90,000 retweets. You are now a thirst trap philosopher.
Stranger bursting into cafe.
Darwin, I have questions. Is it true sexual selection explains my ex ghosting me?
Great heavens. I spent years on the Beagle cataloguing barnacles, and now I am an internet reaction image. I suppose the real survival trait today is the ability to go viral without losing one's dignity. Which, I fear, I just did.
Darwin politely declines selfie requests.
Forgive me. I do not participate in ritual mating displays disguised as content.
Would you ever let AI design your ideal partner?
If we allow algorithms to sculpt our lovers, we risk falling in love with our own filters. Love thrives in uncertainty and the laugh you didn't expect, the scar that tells a story. A perfect partner is a fantasy. A real partner is a miracle of adaptation.
Technically, fantasy sells better.
So do chocolate bars. Yet we still need vegetables.
How do you feel about modern influencers building relationships for engagement metrics?
They display affection with the precision of a brand rollout. They pair not for connection, but for clout. In my day, mating rituals were about feathers and dances. Today, it's hashtags and algorithm-optimized lighting. It is courtship commodified.
So you're saying it's just natural selection with ring lights?
No, it's unnatural selection with better marketing.
All right, Charles, final thoughts.
Darwin closing the app, setting down the iPad.
I have seen barnacles mate with more subtlety. I have watched finches fight for weeks to find a mate. But this is a digital masquerade. You seek love, yet outsource your instincts to code.
So what now?
Darwin sighing.
I think I shall adopt a cat. Less algorithm, more honesty.
A notification pings. He jumps. It's a new match with Marie Curie. Darwin raising an eyebrow.
Well, perhaps just one more swipe.
And that's all for this week on the Slightly Deceased podcast, where Charles Darwin learned that in the 21st century, survival of the fittest mostly means having great lighting and no red flags.
Natural selection has been replaced by swipe selection.
Next week, we trade dating apps for diva energy as we sit down with Marilyn Monroe at a feminist meeting in San Francisco.
Expect identity politics, cancel culture, and at least one confused movie star.
Darwin off mic, swiping one last time.
Tell her, the gene pool has questions.